Good day, grade 8s. Hopefully now you are more comfortable with the CPJ. So now we're going to look at some more difficult type of transactions. So first of all, let's read the transaction, and it says on the 13th of January, pay smartphone for the business's telephone account 500 and the owner's personal cell phone account of 800 Rand. Issued check number 38. So this is why I said in the previous video that it is important for you to have a highlighter or pen and ruler, because transactions can get quite tricky. But if I can tell you now, take it sentence for sentence or words for words. So break it up for yourself and just do it part by part. Alright, so first of all, we are going to write this in the CPJ because it says there we are going to pay. Alright, so in the CPJ it will go. So first of all, the document number, we see that they told us it's check number 38. So it's going to be 38. The day is 13th that they give us. Who are we going to pay? Smartphone, that is the company's name. Folio, we said you can just leave out for now. Alright, now I want to know what is the total that we are going to pay smartphone. But it doesn't tell us how much we're going to pay smartphone. So now we're going to break up this sentence and we're going to do it part by part. So pay smartphone, we did that. For the business's for the business's telephone account of 500 Rand. So first of all, we're only going to do this part now. So we are paying the business's telephone account. Alright, so now I want you to see, is business's telephone account, is it one of the columns over there? No, it's not. So therefore, if it's not a column, it must go into sundry accounts. So my business's telephone account, I'm going to write into my sundry accounts as 500 Rand, and only I'm going to use the word telephone. So telephone is the account that I'm going to use because that is what I'm going to use when I do my general ledger, which is going to be the next step. Alright, so I've paid 500 Rand to smartphone. But what did I also pay them? I need to pay them for the owner's personal cell phone account of 800 Rand. So that is the next part that I'm going to do. So if I pay or buy something for the owner, I'm going to call it drawings. Again, I'm going to ask you, do you see drawings in one of these columns? No. So therefore, drawing is going to go to my sundry accounts. So in sundry accounts now, I'm going to have 800 Rand drawings. So now you can see that I'm going to pay smartphone 2 amounts, but I'm going to give them one check. 2 amounts. 2 amounts is going to be 500 Rand for telephone and 800 Rand for drawings. And then what I usually do is I make a little cross over here to tell me that when I do the next transaction, that I'm not going to write in this row over here because we already have a transaction over there. Alright, so 500 plus 800 gives me the 1,300 that is going to go into my bank now. So now when I look at this, 1,300, 500 for the business's bank telephone account, and 800 Rand for drawings, which is going to be my owner's cell phone account. But now what can get tricky here is that we can have the same transaction, but I can give it to you on another way. So I have the same transaction over there, and then at the bottom here, I have the following sentence that says, pay smartphone 1,300 Rand for the business's telephone account, 500, and for the owner's personal cell phone account. Issued check number 38. So now I have the same information, except I have one other, the 1,300 amount there, where at the top here I have the 500 and the 800. So my information is first of all going to stay the same, but then I'm going to have 1,300 Rand in my bank column because I'm going to pay smartphone 1,300. So if I pay smartphone 1,300, it means that 1,300 Rand is now going into my bank account. The next part I'm going to say is for the business's telephone account of 500 Rand. That means telephone 500. So there's no column for telephone, so therefore it's going into my sundry accounts. and then the rest will be for the owner's personal cell phone account. So how much is the rest? Well, if I've paid you 1,300 Rand and 500 Rand was for the telephone, then 800 Rand are left over, and that will be for drawings. And again, I'm going to leave out this row, or I'm not going to write in that row. So 1,300 Rand is equal to 500 plus that 800 Rand. So it's the same transaction that we've just made different. So when you read it, read the transaction step by step, write it in the information that you have, and then you will get the information that you do not